Hey everyone, this is Chelsea from Recruiterbox, and I'm really excited to talk to you for a few minutes about custom stages inside of the system. Within Recruiterbox, you can deeply customize your hiring workflow, and this lets you match the process that you follow in real life with what you have set up in the system. This means you can move the candidates through the stages and see where they are at any point in the process. You can set up your hiring workflow using any combination of 3 stage types. The first stage type is a plain stage. These stages are helpful if you need to bucket candidates together for a step in the process while you wait on the candidate or maybe a team member to perform a particular task. During a plain stage, you won't be interviewing the candidate or having teammates review the profile. This is more just a bucket to hold the candidates while you're working on a particular part of the process. Some examples of plain stages include maybe a stage for checking on references or waiting on the candidate to complete a homework assignment. Of course, you can create any type of plain stage you'd like for your team. The second stage type is interview stages. Interview stages are the stages that you use for a variety of interviews throughout your hiring process. These stages have particular features to allow you to preset your interview details, such as the call-in information, the interviewers who will be joining, and even evaluation forms that you can set up to allow your team to have a structured way to leave their feedback. You can, of course, always schedule interviews ad hoc at any time as well, but setting up the interview stages is a great way to narrow in your focus and have a lot of the details preset when you go to set up an interview. Some examples of an interview stage might be a phone interview or an in-person interview, or whatever type of interviewing your team does. The third type of stages that we have in Recruiterbox are review stages. Review stages allow you to send a candidate for review throughout the hiring process. This stage can also be preset with details. You can go ahead and set up who's going to review the candidate. You can also set it to either automatically or manually send the candidate for review to your users when the candidate enters this stage. This is really handy for your team to review the profile and leave their feedback. For me personally, we do a homework assignment for our candidates. That means I have a plain stage that says I'm waiting on the homework assignment to be returned. When it is returned from the candidate, I move the candidate into a review stage where my team reviews their homework assignment and makes a go or no-go decision on the candidate. When you're setting up your review stages, some other examples might be a first screening or a final call for your team. Some people even use a review stage as the very first stage in the process, which allows them to have multiple people review the candidates during the screening stage. All 3 of these stages are a great way to customize your hiring workflow and set it up the way that you need it for your team. If you have more questions on how to set up a particular workflow in the system, please reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help.